Everything's supposed to work. Yes, everything's supposed to work. Everything's supposed to work. Everything supposed to be working. You know, so somebody got to do that video pre-record and then upload it. But because you know, we don't wait for a crowd, we just can go live anytime and we can say what we are. Now I posted a video last night with the youth named Sulfur. Last night I posted a video with the youth named Sulfur where the bloggers them are saying he get locked up, he get arrested and in that jail. So when we wake up this morning, you have other YouTubers where I make this video again and I say, yes, the government. Nobody now put up on them screen because they use StreamYard, so they now share them screen with no information to say this man has been locked up by the police. And the police can call you, reason with you the way you do. But once the police is supposed to charge you, if you go to court, it's no secret. It's a public thing. So them in the comment now, because you know how them stay, them a cyber bully. So them in come and tell you, say, you're the government, what you call it, PR, or you're the government sheep, or you're the government this. You don't listen to them. You just want to know so the story you are come with is truthful, factual, and people can listen and understand. Now the war is on about misinformation and fake news. Basically, it come like it drop a bomb on some of the bloggers then where no say freedom system work out for just fake news. Now look into this now. You have Cliff Hughes, you have Henry Shields, you have Ian Jackson Miller, and you have some other names. You can go on Pascal, you can go on company. You understand me? This is the lies them who know the blogger they must speak. Those traditional mainstream media now promote them and now push them. Full excuses, the mainstream media is being shut down, government control mainstream media. I don't believe that. Believe in Jamaica a long time, I don't believe that. These people are being responsible journalists. They are the responsible journalism. So they can't get up and say, WB do this and WB do that and WB do this without them try to call WB because they can say it to them out, you know. And never play a video from a lawyer, see her on the screen, Ian Jackson Miller. She do a video this morning and you know YouTube still them allow you to share video and you with your own commentary over it, you don't have no problem because this is good, great information. The GLP people, them label Ian Jackson Miller as a PNP because based on how them such a report or whatever. I don't know nothing about that. I know her as a journalist, work beyond the headlines, and she have a RGR program or whatever. That's all I know from me. I grew up till now. So she have a video. I tell you about defamation, misinformation, and the lawful way of Jamaica. She put it out this morning. Remember, she left on a radio station, and everything you want to say, Mark Wole do, or everything you want to say, Andrew Wole do, because Mark Wole never know. Everything you want to say, Andrew Wole do. These media house not talking about it. They have a video where them say Andrew Wole collect how much millions or billions from Canada for promote something in a school, and Ray, there's no evidence. Now you Cliff Hughes with it. I hear Emily Shees with it. I hear Ian Jackson Miller with it. I hear you Crosskill with it. I hear when the other one name, the you Crosskill. Simon, I hear none of them people with it. I have other media journalists who are going to call out the name. We just call out the regular one name where everybody know and everybody collaborate with. These people are dead in color. Why them not report it? Why? Why them not report it? We don't understand. Cliff Hughes read out the election wrong one day. He jump up and him say the People's National Party. We don't know why. He want to be the first to report it. So he get money for volumes, ads, running business because of advertisement, running business. When it come off 1 o'clock, nationwide go all through the day, then Cliff Hughes come on 5 o'clock. We don't hear the same thing. They might play a recording from, imagine, Saeed, all of the radio station people. But them have a misinformation video called say the Prime Minister get money, and them have somebody interview somebody, and you have somebody answer the person. So then trick the nation because everybody listen to radio, everybody have them phone. So they don't know the traditional journalists, and none of them know. If you listen to a video clip where they have fake computer voice, you understand me? Misinformation. Misinformation. And the worst thing we want to understand 2024 and move on. How will people try justify, say, yo, fake news, misinformation? Big up all the ground. We will not justify. Nothing of this to justify. We have a platform and truth because it monetized. We don't do anything to make money. One rule we don't know. When you found with YouTube, this first rule is for you. Another first rule. The top 10 rule. Never mislead. Don't mislead. YouTube. Someone who talk on YouTube, but YouTube not understand the bad word them on us. You understand me? Someone who not watch a video, them you not go on and you not go on. Through YouTube, but they don't understand Jamaican. Look, way. You understand me? I don't know, misleading that cursing, misleading. Put up an image and working at the video and eat that. Put up a video and working and eat that. YouTube, terrible. You can write a title say WB have a jump off for the film. And when you go in the video, you don't see WB a jump off for the film. YouTube call that misleading. You lose your whole channel. You could have 1 million views, you could have 10 million, then take from everything. And nobody not report it. But guess what? It's people under the carpet because Jamaica patois don't really pick up so easy in the algorithm. You understand me? Saying this, saying that, and this become the talk about. We want to listen to Dean Jackson Miller, prominent attorney, prominent journalist. One of the top journalists in Jamaica. This is what she has to say.
So Dr. Campbell sued Karen Cross, Natalie Stack, and Michelle Stern. And I'm going to explain for you what happened. So I'd actually been planning a video on defamation, because right now a whole heap of people either suing or threatening to sue other people in Jamaica. And I'm talking about prominent people. But for the purposes of this video, just so you can follow me, let me just start with a definition. The courts define a defamatory statement as one that tends to lower the plaintiff, that's the person suing, in the estimation of right-thinking members of society generally. In other words, you've said or published something about someone that makes decent people think less of them. The law of defamation is based on the protection of people's reputations. And I'm sure you've heard about the right of freedom of expression that we all have. But the right of freedom of expression is not absolute. You can't just say anything you like about anything and anyone. One of the restrictions on the right of freedom of expression is to protect people's reputation. And just finally, as a preliminary point, you've probably heard words like slander and libel. You slander somebody or you libel somebody. Well, in 2013, Jamaica amended our defamation law. So we no longer talk about slander, which is generally defamation that's spoken. We no longer talk about libel, which is defamation that's written or recorded in some way. We just use the one word defamation. So that's the word you're going to be hearing me use throughout this video. So let's get into it now. What happened? So let's start with Karen Cross. Because on
I don't want to play what happened with Karen Cross now, whatever. We want to hear about the defamation. All right? So I'm going to go down some more of the video. If you want to watch a full video, you can go over Dean page She have the full 28 minutes over there. We just want to hear the defamation. What's the law?
Justices of the peace actually doesn't mean anything about whether the statements are true or not. What a justice of the peace does is to witness the fact that the statements are signed in their presence. They can't say whether or not what has been written in the statements is actually true. In relation to the whole idea of freedom of expression, the judge pointed out you just can't go around and say anything you like and claim freedom of expression. And the quotation the judge used was this: the right to free speech under the Constitution does not permit defamation of one's good character. So the court said, with no one knowing who these witnesses were, with the police having said they investigated and found no basis to the allegations, Ms. Cross had not proven that what she said in her letter was true. But even if the judge had accepted what was said by these three mystery witnesses, Ms. Cross would still have been in trouble. That's because she made some other allegations in the letter, and the mystery statements didn't address those at all. So the judge said, based on Ms. Cross's pleadings, there are no reasonable grounds to support the defense of truth. So her defense isn't valid. Regarding Ms. Stack, no. The judge found that the statements that had been made in that Facebook Live were defamatory. And the judge said that Ms. Stack's May 2021 defense, as the first defense she filed, is really no defense at all. It doesn't demonstrate, the judge said, any reasonable grounds to defend the claim against her. Okay, so it wasn't just me. Now, Ms. Stack had filed an amended defense without permission from the court, and the judge said she wasn't going to allow it. But the judge also said even if she had allowed it, that amended defense, it wouldn't have mattered because it didn't disclose any reasonable grounds to defend the claim. Now, Ms. Stack had tried to rely on truth as a defense, but remember, she was relying on what Ms. Cross had said and these mystery statements, and the court had already said, not going to be allowing that. Hasn't been proven to be true. So Ms. Stack also said her video, what was said in her video was fair comment. But again, if you're going for fair comment, you have to show that what you're commenting on was true. And the judge said fair comment in the law must not only be on a matter of public interest, it must represent the honest opinion of the author based on true facts. Judge had already said what was in Karen Cross's letter hadn't been proven to be true. So you can't talk about the letter and say it's fair comment because what you're commenting on hasn't been proven to be true. Then no, Ms. Stack tried to say she was a blogger and a journalist, so she was relying on the defense of qualified privilege. That's a defense that journalists used to say, that even if something was defamatory, it was published in the public interest and based on fair and accurate reporting. So Ms. Stack is saying she's a journalist, she's a blogger, so therefore she can rely on this particular defense. Did it work? All right, so y'all know, I know a thing or two about journalism. And to qualify for this defense, to be able to use this particular defense, you have to practice what is called responsible journalism. Yes, actually a term, responsible journalism. And there are a series of steps that you have to go through before you publish something for it to qualify as responsible journalism. For instance, if you're talking about somebody, you have to give the person what's called the right of reply. You have to call them and say, hey, do you want to respond to this? Your publication, your story, whatever it is you're saying, it has to have the gist of the other person's side of the story. You have to show what is your source of this information. Is it a reliable source? Also, what steps did you take to verify the information? Now, Ms. Stack, now she's saying she's a blogger, she's a journalist, but did she practice responsible journalism? There wasn't any evidence that she tried to get a comment from Dr. Campbell in relation to this matter. And apart from saying she spoke to Ms. Cross, she didn't show that she had taken any steps to actually verify that information. Then the judge said, when Ms. Stack said in her video that only God can come down and tell me don't go so, the judge said that did not show any inkling of responsible journalism. So in relation to Ms. Stern, no. Ms. Stern had said that the words in the live video didn't mean what Dr. Campbell said they meant, meaning they were defamatory of him. But she didn't say what else the words meant. Ms. Stern was also making the argument that she routinely republished all the Facebook Lives on her YouTube page, but that didn't cut it because if you republish a defamatory statement, you also have now defamed the person.
Okay.
Then she's arguing now that she's a secondary publisher and she's relying on a defense called innocent dissemination. This is also interesting. This particular defense was actually put into the law to protect media houses who have contracts with overseas news entities that buy news from them and who may, in good faith, publish a story that's defamatory that comes from one of these overseas agencies. In fact, the nickname for it is the wire service defense. Again, though, there's some criteria before you can claim to use this particular defense. So you have to show that you didn't know or couldn't reasonably have known that the material you are publishing was defamatory. The judge said she should have known that. Also, you cannot rely on this defense if once you publish something, somebody come to you and say, hey, that's defamatory, can you take it down? And you refuse to take it down. Once you refuse to remove it, you cannot rely on this defense. Ms. Stern also said she was a secondary publisher because she republished the Facebook Lives on her YouTube page. The judge said the problem with that is that this particular idea of the secondary publisher, again, protects somebody if they're broadcasting something that comes from somebody else that they don't have any control over and they can't stop it. The judge said, this was your YouTube page. You could very well have stopped it because you had complete control over it. So the judge didn't accept that argument either. So Ms. Stark had wanted to be removed from the claim. The judge said there wasn't any basis for that. The judge also said in relation to her defense that her defense does not disclose any reasonable grounds to defend the claim. And she had tried to amend her defense. The judge said, well, that wouldn't change anything. A defense of fair comment wouldn't fly because all the reasons I explained before, it has to be based on true facts, and there weren't any true facts proven here. Okay, that's a long one. So let me just summarize for you. The court struck out the defenses of Karen Cross, Natalie Stack, and Michelle Stern in this Dayton Campbell defamation case. The court ruled in favor of Dr. Dayton Campbell. Karen Cross has been ordered to remove social media posts she made in March 2021 and again in March 2022. The three women have been ordered not to make these or any similar allegations against Dr. Campbell. And the court awarded costs to Dr. Campbell, which means that they are going to have to pay his lawyers. And again, this is something that's common in lawsuits. The idea again is that if you make me have to go to court and incur the expense of a trial, and then you lose, there's no reason why I should be out of pocket as a result. So you're going to have to pay for my lawyer as well. Also, damages now are going to be assessed at a later date. This is when the court decides how much money they're going to have to pay Dr. Campbell. And that now is going to be a whole lot of video because there are a bunch of issues here that are going to affect how much money the court orders in damages.
You hear for yourself? That is from Dion Jackson Miller, beyond the headlines. You understand me, I say? RGR. People brand her as a PNP. She a report as Dion right now, what we know her as. So basically, it break down the law we did it already. So uno I make up a bag of nights. You have Wayne Lonson, when I'm calling, him run with it last night. You have another Wayne run with it last night. They never think to take up a phone for doing a fact checks. The law already in it. Them a do what them a do, them a make them money. But them no say for call these people name, they gain more money. For hurt these people character, they gain more money. When the persons come back to them now and say, stop posting, remove it, everybody draw up. Say, yo, freedom of speech, you know, take our rights and wait. So wait, when the government change, a fake news another promote say it? If and when the government change, is fake news another run the road with? As I said last night, you know, so JLP and PNP, them literally doing the same thing. So basically, if the government change, this is the tragedy with the JLP why you said we go dig up and say, man, it happened already. It happened already. Because we hear the other side of the opposition leader, family, and this a family. A big defamation for all of you know where do it. I don't know. But you don't want to use poor people slogan. If it use the word freedom of speech, and you just read it out, she explain it to you. And when somebody get hold on upon the government, the police, the private investigator, the judge, all of these people get warning, you know, even one day. Prime Minister said, him have a clamp down on misinformation and blatant lies. What problem Jamaicans and anybody is supposed to be having? Because nobody don't want nobody to tell a lie on them. So what the big uproar for? What the big excitement for? What the big excitement for? They don't come over here to comment and comment. Me have a different channel. We just don't want to mix up this with my other channel. You understand me, sir? Me know the rules of YouTube, me know the laws of YouTube. Me know the rules of my country, me know the laws of my country. You can imagine you have a mother, a father, a sister, and a brother, and every thumbnail will come up at them they panic. I want to say something. And the mother said, no, I know me never did it. Me did that my house, me did. And every day you get to hear them and say your mother that Chilani, your mother that South Manchester, your mother that Upper, your mother says freedom of speech. No, if a man get locked up, because a lock up of the problem, you know, them say sulfur that jail. Me don't know what sulfur do because nobody don't know what sulfur do. Them only come with misinformation now. Because sulfur never say nothing wrong with him, like say well him actually women do. Them only summarize say, oh, the government will up on the youth. If you type in name right now in channel, it's supposed to get another 10,000 views. Coming and look back upon it. But that's another issue. Stop spread fake news because you guys are running for the government. If and when you get the government, what you expect will happen? When it ever stop? When it going down? Every day when you get up on the draw one chair, I want to turn on the free internet, want to complain. Tracking, but yet still, digital can track you. Flow can track you. Your car out the sun missing, you track your car. How it hard to track your car about track you for the world. What are you doing? What you do? Jamaica want to become the Republic of Jamaica. What are deal with? When you use digital, when you use flow, they don't complain about people are tracking. They don't have the IP address. Everybody know use the tracking. Someone got all the people them yeah don't use them IP. The police going to run, going to go to play and them not did it. When you act responsible, and then when the food blunt to the law comes soon, don't deal with it. Nobody come and blame somebody else. When I blame other people for. When you look at idiot blogger, you look at Wayne Lumsden, look how long you're on YouTube. Look how long you're on YouTube. America get a lot of rights when it comes to any other country. You're supposed to buy house and land and car out of YouTube. Look how long you're there. Which algorithm you got through. You have another one named Carlos. The right man with them and the Andre them. It's foolishness. And all they get up every day because they don't want to read. But they think these people provide them with information. This, I thought the person is another one. But upon a live, one girl says she want to listen to something. She want to hear something about the IMF. So Jamaica go borrow money from the IMF, you know. And she said she want to know if it is true. So she tell the people upon the live, hold on a little bit, over at the press. Go find out. If Jamaica borrow money, she not go on the IMF website. She not go on the finance minister website. So she go over at the press, go find out in a real life if Jamaica will claim to sell them out so much money or borrow money from the IMF. Then come with video, but yet still me tell them say, show me the picture them book when they go to school, because them say the picture them and get to learn some GAY thing and it's a teaching at school. So our teacher, them are our parents, are our sister, our niece, our nephew, and them are the teacher at school. So family must know. Then you will say, when the picture them book there, let me say the picture them book when I say them are learn them thing in a school because the boogery law still exists in Jamaica. So them go Samoa, we forget our footer I name my friend. Them go Samoa, them go Canadian money. It's pure lie without data. And when you hold them in a one room like security, them tremble and shiver and ball and use the slogan, poor people, them don't remember the responsible part. They don't have a clue to the part that say, be responsible. Everybody have a family. Everybody have a friend. You understand me? Sometimes when police want a man can swear, say, yo, my friend not do this. a friend that do that. In order for the police can convict that man, they can come with evidence. Sometimes the judge run it with police. And then come now and only political thing this for call up people name and them associate, mix up them family, and guess what? And the government to not do it for. As it not go for the governance. So we want to expect the other party going to do when we take over the government. If and when. Because when we forget about Jamaica, when we forget Sir Andrew Owens them and Mark Wolin them are good friends. They might go and say that public, but remember, the benefits are work for them, And Jonas, of course, I say, we put 300% pay, Mark Golden get the same. Then they said, Mark Golden don't take it. He refuses and put it to charity. But yet still, they can't come up with the proof of the charity where the money is going. So these persons are friends. Everybody over there is a friend. Only over here, only divided. Only eat each other. Are just communicating. They hear the dirty labor. They hear the dirty PNP. Only stupid. And bread go up, sugar go up, rice go up, inflation go up. On the sit down, and I go say, a change of government. Where are we for? You don't need a change of government. And when it comes, you act now, because you pay tax now. So anything you want now, you farm up, unite, and demonstrate for it peacefully. But no, who up on the other side and wait and say, yeah, man, I'm not vote for jail. We'll suffer, because we not suffer. Because when Mark come in, we're stupid. We are the ones supposed to be united, trying to force legally against the government. Even the opposition, because the opposition control the parishes, parish council, whatever. Understand me? As I wrote back, you don't call it MP, you don't call it council. You don't know your MP number, you don't know your council number, but you know Jay-Z number, you know 50 Cent number, you know Rihanna number, you know the one of the Instagram page, but you don't know your local representative. This is education problem, an educational problem. And the one that really can't read, I got them do. Them get up and they don't read. Call us, get up and live, because they have 500 and 600 people are watching live. I said, them are calling Gen Z, them are trying to bring that Kenya something come to Jamaica. Weird. Good Jamaica. Good Jamaica where bird can't even touch. You know the way how it's supposed to, or how it's projected to. When you sit down and I try to burn Jamaica, what are left? Ashes, Ashes no one rule over. What going to leave? In order for the unite, on the divide, the toll raise on the north, come together. On the post, but hey, we got on the 23 years, government we kill. Simple. LP, PNP, they take off on the orange draws on the blood clip, brown brief, or the green brief, and go against the government. Peacefully and faithfully, because you're not going illegally. But now, on the drop over here, and you're over here, they rely on me. Every debate, we don't start telling no one about no mother, or no father, or no sister, or no brother. We can't have a constructive conversation. We don't watch American debate, even Donald Trump and tell lie. You know, say lose another day. We not even go so far. We don't complain about the parliament because the microphone is black, because we want the big market. We don't want the rights of the country. But guess what? Andrew want to scare in the country. It's impossible. Win, lose, or draw. One party can't do it the same way. Win, lose, or draw. So you see, everything what I do now, it just got to reflect and turn on back. Whether for next year or next 4 years, everything what I do now, I'm going to come round back and we, because we pay them. We pay them. When I start complaining about Mark Golden drive, go look for the damages, and helicopter, then when I start the debate, say, the over high side to the better, which is real, driving through, because you got black up here. Who not argue about them something like that? What the argument about them something like that? We were just passed a while ago. A whole heap of players get mashed up. Manchester, St. Elizabeth, and the whole world. When I start politicizing stuff and accosting one another. If she don't have the light, where did the vote paper? I don't have the light. We. Dark. Me, stop getting children. Stop getting children. Because we need an argument with them. Education look like it's a big problem. Because the Prime Minister come out, even before the Prime Minister come out, Lord it in there. The law ain't saying for peace right this up. And you piss and policeman that will lock you. The law ain't say do not smoke in public. And a lot of persons smoke in public. Uno just even want to run Jamaica and run it to a ground. 3 million people cannot run Jamaica. Because everybody have a different idea and a different view. Look how much things in the law when I enforce. But the one them are burning up. It's going to burn the police. It's going to take out the penis on the piece anyway. And no police now. Like, police to do it. One and two supposed to do it, but that's not really there on the books. So many things. It's dishonorable about misinformation, misleading, tell lie on people's family. Because this is not for the government alone. Because anybody tell lie on your family, my family. We don't like that. One with the truth. But you know, gone. And enough of you want to do it, 50 a day old, 60 a day old, and 70 a day old. Somehow. No 20 a day old now. Maybe them say sulfur 20 a day old. But the batch of you want to do it, are some old people. You know, we're up in the 40, 80, 48, 55, 60, and you know how to do it. Oh no. Big up on yourself, you just come to elaborate about it. Ian Jackson. I tell you, what's the meaning of defamation? And I say it already, and you can go over there and page to watch the full 28 minutes because we never show the video to talk about the current class and whatever. One to disingenuous, the human being. You have to go on the bus and yes, you have to say, Mark going on the bus. You have to say, Andrew going on the bus. The struggle carry them on the go at daytime when you take them from 3 miles go up to Arbitrary and take them from Papi go up from Arbitrary to Papi and go Auguston and go. You not see them on the bus. Don't said one. You said human being. And you see him human being go sit down in the taxi, chuckle up 5 hours in the seat, go over. And the government and the opposition, councillors and MP are not in it. But you know, fight against one another. And if you drop down, somebody has to take up somebody. If you drop down the ground, somebody has to take up somebody. But when you get up already and use the partisan, the tribal partisan, everywhere you have it. People in America hate Trump, love Biden. I forget about the Democrats, I forget about the Republicans. Them do it. But one thing with them vote. They make sure say them are right. They make sure, but only not do that. Only one thing say, oh, GLP not power, GLP not all right, man. And one time, Mark Goli called, yeah. Mark Goli got on stupid. On $1 million stupid. And the kids them who grew up now, remember, and like the old people at the old age, where you have to go your bed and satisfied. Everybody have a phone. And when you take up on the phone, you cost the police, you cost the doctor, you cost the nurse, and you cost the teacher. Remember, I'm not calling the government name here. Everybody listen to them call, them come out on the household and go work. Cost them. On the people that work, on the people at school, and the people take up the phone and say, our mother gone live, or our mother put up a video. Cost the teacher, cost the principal, cost the police, cost the first responder, all that cost JPS. You understand me? Cost JPS. But one problem will come over here and come in. Big up Erica Barney. You see me? Yeah, man, at the age, man, hardly say a 20 a day old person who got call service, or I go and do them own an eyelash business, or I do them own a nail business, I do them own an ear, hold a microphone, and I talk 2-3 hours about Siaga, PG, Manly. That's important 2024. That is a legacy for the people and party. So the put that on history. You don't come compare it now. You know, with that age there, you're supposed to be wiser, which was what Erica said. Wiser. Sidney and Jackson Miller come tell them about the law there. So you call us, and you lonesome, and you right mango, and you Andre, and the rest of them we are going on. And you GLP blogger them over there too. I do the same thing, and I tell life on the opposition leader. Don't ball. Yeah, the white young Jimmy say, where did he say? Where you did say already, where you did say, both sides of the party are doing it. Both sides. It's one advantage to government and because they have the mandate to take care of the country. So 6 road, bring garbage truck, where you can get them a plus for them more. To me, the other party, a peer mix up of propaganda, and then the fans them a follow, and then the labor right them in it. And I check on them. This can go to the country. This can go to the country. The youth them wanna grow. Every youth have a phone. As I look up on phone, the youth them see. And this one I teach to people. Then you get a warning already, you know. You're going to clamp down on misinformation and blatant lies. Some woman talk, but I don't like friend, I like man friend. Can't woman tell lie and can't mix up. But now, you're alright with them lying. You're confused. You're totally confused. You're alright with them lying over yourself. When somebody mix you up, say, yo, you do this and you do that, and you take God off the cross and ball in your water, and you're innocent too. But no, not do it to other people, involve them family. Both sides of the party. And the tone can't stay there one time. So when it stop? When it ever stop? When the old people will sit down, someone will run when they talk about Canada, when they England, when they America, when they run from Jamaica. And Jamaica a progress. That cost JPS, so that cost JPS. When that cost JPS, a whole lot of people never have no life. And we're going to expect you to act ignorant if you have life. So when you cost JPS, when the rain falls, JPS will turn on back the port down, the channel, they better click on back the button. So they have to check the wire then. So everything will turn on back, everything will spawn up. Eh? When you talk on the parties until they're stupid. When you go KFC, you only like KFC, PNP and JLP. When you go Burger King, the same thing. When you go Shaku, the same thing. When you never see a member of parliament, I'm not going to say never. When you hardly see a member of parliament and council in place. And we rub shoulder together, so. And so we rub shoulder together. Who have them car, who have them in drive, who have them Uber, who have them friend car, who have this. And we want to divide. I said, oh, she vote for the green. Oh, him have on them orange jars. Oh, the punkish. It's the parish council keep there. 7 for the Labour right, 5 for the GLP. Look about division there. Look how much division there. None of them have those MP like some of them number. The garbage collection man, none of them have the number. They never go uptown and sell a garbage pan and a dog kick it over and eat over it. People buy property and put it down, people buy some poor people. Them have the garbage truck man, them number. You see when the garbage collection come, them call them and say, what happened? Remember your responsibility, you know. Your garbage, you collect your pay, tax, data, and everything good. But each of the end. So to them on there, from which part me live, no garbage truck come from Hurricane. No garbage truck come. Tree blow down, this blow down, people help themselves, chop up this, put themselves to the sun. I mean, expect people to tell every community. It's the partisan man them. Who Mark go this so? My Andrew no go this so? My Andrew go this so? My Mark no go this so? We never have them politics. We never have them something good. Especially in a disaster time. We never have them something there. Yeah man, people who blow off, people go help people. People sometimes remember about politicians. Politicians always be there. But remember, we never have this. Especially at the time here. Big up yourself, people. Go over to the Jackson page or watch our live which is about defamation. I'm going to call out some YouTubers name a while ago. I'm going to call out because all of them know. I don't watch them channel. Look on them channel and know where they come out. Last night, right, man got talk about she ate labor rights. She ate labor rights. Nobody can track her. But yet, since she want a video, and she said her phone number 909 0 blah 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 89. Give me an easy tracking that. When you dip on the internet and make up clear nice. Easy tracking that. When somebody want to check it, you can lie. You mislead the public. You call up people names. You blunt, you say, you hate labor right. People hate to say them like Labour Party. And that's what you do, you know. They say each, you know. And then you go address over your ear, and you go out of these places where you go be, you go out. You go out. Jamaica people, wise up. Me not tell you about wise up and vote for the government. Me not tell you about see road there. Me not tell you about see hospital there. Me not say nothing to you. Go and look at 50 Cent do, and go and look at Beyonce do. Go and look at them people that do. And that's because on own, you not even promote on own, you know. On a bun spice, on a bun Shensia, on a bun Jada Kingdom, on those bun people outside the internet, just there for me. Would never be a star. Because I uno bill and uno bring down them people there. Uno do it. So uno don't know where I go on to Jamaica. Nothing I go on to Jamaica. Jamaica they on the diversion and destruction. You know, man, supposed to say 1 million. All of the things that uno ask for, man will not asking for it. You know, see, have a problem. You know, see, have a problem. Them just spread up again because they know some of that. I don't know how to read. Because the account is 10 years back. The Labour Party in power 8 years. Sometimes when people take on the work, and last year they get the work. Or year before last. So I feel the work that's good enough. But check that out. The other people who there, you know. Don't get me wrong. Here, when you come on the top, all sides counted. They don't go and pound much $1 to Canadian. That's a lie. None of the representative registration they don't have the report. Ian, Emily, confused, and guess what? They want them story. I don't like them afraid for the app. But they can restore it. Them first one post it. Them first one push it out. Why they not talk about it? They just about one she broke down the current cross. They can be case for that. Done. Come with a result now. So she can talk on the matter. You ever hear Dean Jackson come talk about Andrew Owens get $1.7 trillion from Canada teach this in a school? She may ask the question because she's a journalist. So what she might do, she might post it. And I say, is this correct? Is this correct? She not tell us that she know, and she not tell us that the person do it. So as what she said, she give the person a chance to say, WB, them say Rob 700 million, it's true or lie. But no, we don't not give WB a chance. We don't suppose WB, WB. The guy has for weak, man. Yeah, man, not for them, the guys for them weak. Some of them, you know, talk, them say, oh, may I come down for vote, you know. Just go and hold the vote, you know. Go and hold this, you know. Go and hold that, you know. None of them. And if any one of these bloggers get sued, these people are going to cause a boom. And say, you know, I'm going to put money together. They're not going to put my GoFundMe to involve humanitarian and take out responsibility. Nobody not think about supposedly my mother, supposedly my father, supposedly my brother, supposedly my sister. It's not for uno, on a brother, on a sister, on a cousin, and my niece and my nephew them too. These people work in an institution, and I never even come out and burn them out here. The contract when they get from road, I feel brother them, and sister, and niece, and nephew, and them go out and go work. And them are managing director for this. And them are this. And them go out and go work. And if you are the Jamaica less when you are collect, then you are stuff. Yeah? Big up yourself. One over here and Jackson Miller. Don't run, you know. Don't run. You know, it hurt me. It hurt me because we know so the government can't stay in. It has to be changed. So whenever it change, this is going to continue? No, sir. This can't continue. So, opposition leader is Mark Cole. And then pray, and God answer him and then win the government. So, what am I going to know? And Mark Cole rob this. I better go on, you know. You don't know what I go on. I better go on and then you're not going to be in a defense. Probably tell to war. I better go on. Because basically, what I say, once somebody do it, it's good. Like one day, one woman said, boy, she say, PNP slogan and put them book. And when she look out, the people them say, they ever read it too. All them for say, it's wrong. when Labour right do it. And it's wrong. When PNP do it, it's not supposed to do none at all. But them hug it up and say, nothing wrong, because one member of parliament give a bag with this on it, then see water truck with this on it. If it's wrong then, and it's wrong now. But you don't want to come say, yes, it's right, because it happened already. And mash down the country. You know, say, me mix up with all type of people. Swedish, Japanese, Asian, Korea, all nations, Russia, Ukraine, Iran, the amount of people will come in Jamaica, will love Jamaica, and like Jamaica, and no have no fear. They might take precaution, yes, we know, so we're safe, I'm safe, but they no fear. Have a good day. Nice talking to you all. I'll see you again.